Firstly, I've never won in a dance competition, and dance is something I love. So there I took the first hit. I was wondering why I had to do so much and go through so much if I was not being appreciated for my work. And then I later realized that there's a reason for everything. And so I think that was the biggest learning. Anything, even if there was going to be something which I assumed was negative, it turned out to be a lesson which was very important for me. So I think that was a huge learning when it came to dance and being part of shows and not winning, losing on my birthday, being sent out of a competition on my birthday when I turned 16. So all of that kind of, I think it started from then. But movies were not something that I saw myself doing, and I was a doctor and I was happy, med student. So I was happy when, but the first film happened because the director had seen me in one of those dance shows. And then I realized, okay, now comes that circle. And Rowdy Baby, when the song that we shot it in, along with Prabhu Devasa, he was the judge, or he was the one who was supposed to see me dance in the finals. So I felt like I'd come one complete circle where I danced in the same set where I'd done my dance show, and and the person who had to judge my dance was the one who was choreographing the dance for me. So it was surreal. Like how you said, there are a few things that I believe and I stand by, that it's not like I had everything figured out. I was equally insecure. I tried a lot of creams. I did literally everything, say from medicines to anything that's organic, and you have any food item, I would put it on my face thinking, okay, now I'm going to glow. I'm going to lose my acne and all of that. But after I did my first film, Premam, I came to realize that people liked my character over there. And I've always grown seeing actresses who were flawless, who were beautiful, who had they were just perfection. You just found you would think that these people are born to act. Yeah. And when I was even considered for the role, I asked Alphonse, do you think that I should say tweeze my eyebrows, cut my hair, do some makeup and all of that? He said, no, I just want you to be yourself. So I think it took a lot of confidence, that person, to say that, no, you need to do this. He was very sure of what he wanted. And after the release, I found myself in a space where all those insecurities that I had fell that minute. And then I saw children, the younger teens, who felt that they were not very confident about their looks or the beauty standards that the world had created. They saw an actor being appreciated for the way she is, so they said that, oh, if she's liked for the way she looks, maybe I don't look that different. And that gave me a strength of it gave me a sense of purpose. Maybe there's the reason why I'm here. And from then I started developing as a person. So it's not like I came in with values which I wanted to stand by. Over a period of time, you learn from the society. They teach you something, and in turn you need to give it back. So it's always been a two-way thing. When I turned down the offer, it was a very personal choice. It was not like I took a stand on anything, because it's been a while. It was more than 6 months ago that I'd even said no to one such endorsement. But it was a personal thing. I didn't want a lot of people to know, but it's just something that I didn't want to be part of, because I grew up with family who would do things that they were not comfortable doing just to get fair. For example, I've said this a million times, but again, my sister's going to be very mad at me for bringing her name up every single time. So she's a tone duskier. So she always felt that I was prettier, and anytime she saw me in the mirror, she would look at herself and then look at me. And I kept noticing all of this. And at one point of time, she wouldn't have vegetables and fruits, so mom would force her to have it. She'll say, if you have these vegetables and fruits, you'll grow fair like Pallavi. And she would eat it, not because it was healthy, because she wanted to grow fair. So I saw that she's 5 years younger to me, but it had a huge impact on her at that age. She was a child when she did it. So anybody in the village, when they see her, they say, why are you dark? Are you going out and playing? So that was kind of, she didn't want to be part of outdoor sports and all of that. So it kind of affected her as a person. And I realized now when I was offered such a role, say to endorse a product, I just realized if I don't stand up for my sister, right now, this money that I get is not going to do me any good. At least when I pass away, I'll think, okay, I made a difference where another sister somewhere out there wouldn't feel less of herself just because of these beauty standards that we've created. All of this is just to make us comfortable. These beauty products or anything is just to make us feel a little more confident maybe, but these are not essential for us to feel good about ourselves. I'm not against anybody who puts on makeup. It's a personal choice. Again, everything is a personal choice that you do. You want to do something on your body, it should be a personal thing that you want to do for yourself. It should not be because someone said that you look dark, someone said you are a little more on the heavier side, someone said that you don't look this way. So I'm against that thought. It's not about what you want to do to yourself. Society shouldn't be dictating terms to you. So I was just clear about that, and I wanted to take a stand. I didn't think that a lot of people would know, and I didn't think that I am very personal when it comes to the choices that I make. I don't think of the larger spectrum, but after doing films like after doing Pava Kadaigal, I realized that it's important I take a stand for, and I need to be right, because everybody has a set of beliefs. It's not that all that you believe is right. Yeah. So I've come to realize that if I need to be aware of what is happening around. I cannot just blindly believe something. So I have to grow as a person and know about society and just not about myself. I think I'm happiest around nature. I think nature's child, and I feel very much present and I feel very rooted when I'm around nature. So I like being around nature, and I feel comfortable in cities. I don't go out much. I'm pretty much in the room all the time. So that's why lockdown wasn't very hard for me. I was pretty okay, but I missed going out and seeing. I miss being in nature. I miss being amongst trees and water bodies. So that's my happiest space. I wouldn't say satisfaction, but I feel a little guilt-free because there was a lot of pain in me that was masked again because of all these events that was happening around, but I didn't know how to put it across or how to. We hear about rape, we hear about such incidents which happen, but we're just there far away. We think that it's happening somewhere else, but it's just so close. So that sense of not being able to help was killing me, and I didn't know how we could change ourselves as people. So after I did this short film, I realized that in a way I'm gifted with this platform and this kind of an opportunity where I'm at least able to I wouldn't say went out, but put across my views of what I stand for. So this is just not another film that I've done. This is something which I want people to experience, because you cannot just go preach saying that this is wrong, this is right. But when you actually put such an idea in a script like this, or in a platform like this, you are drawn into that world and you go through the same process. And I think that would at least start a conversation and things might start to change. So I'm just glad that in a way that I was part of a project like this. Right now we are in a space where we talk about films that once we might have appreciated, but right now we frown upon those films that once happened or we once enjoyed. Say the big heroes would have done a film where they're stalking a woman and we would have still enjoyed the songs and all of that, and the girl falls in love in the end. But now we've come to a space where we've started talking about how each one of us feel. So in that way, I think we're in a good space. And when it comes to my films, I've never been thrown in a place where we need to take a political stand, or we talk about the society we are in or a group of people. I've always stood by how I think a woman should be respected, and maybe sometimes I've learned a lot of things when I was there. For example, when I did a film called Fida, I remember that I've always been this very vulnerable, very subtle girl. I wouldn't go pick up a fight even if I felt uncomfortable. The director told me that if you're not comfortable, I don't think you should come to the location. You need to put your foot down and make people realize that this is not how things work. He was the director of the film, but he taught me that you as a person should don't give excuses for another person's behavior. So over a period of time, I realized that it doesn't come one way. It just cannot be me going around holding a placard saying that this is what we stand for. There should be people who equally give you that space, give you that room. So it is not a solo thing that you do. You need to be given the room to grow and speak about it. For example, we talk about Me Too movement so much, but I haven't spoken about it. I haven't had an incident which shook me, or I haven't had such episodes in my life. But there was a point at which, when there was a director who said, I am not comfortable if I'm not comfortable kissing. And the director said, you know what, just do it. as a joke. He said, you know what, you should just do it, we'll roll it. The actor immediately said, what if tomorrow she says, me too? And then she puts this up there. Even though I didn't have anything, that movement over there, which was happening around, helped something. It helped me from an incident like this. So, though it was a very funny conversation, I was shocked. I was thinking, I just said no, but still, as a joke, this happened. So I think I don't need to be part of everything that happens. Somewhere something is going on which influences each and other's life. So I think what I do should help someone at some point of time, even if they don't stand by what I'm doing right now. So I might have not had an experience like what the women over there would have faced, the pain they would have faced, but I was saved from another experience which it would have happened to me if not for this. Or maybe it was maybe they were just joking, but I was a little shocked thinking that how would you even think it's okay for you to just roll it after I said that I wasn't comfortable. So such things, I think not everything that I do might have an impact on me or the immediate society I'm around. It might influence someone else somewhere. So I learned that on a larger spectrum of things, I think everything is interconnected.